Arce's ringtone doesn't come on, which is brown people in the rain.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sam Arce, also known as Broadway Sam, and welcome to Lunch Break with ATI. And I have a big surprise. Well, the surprise is here because look who we have. We have Jill Zaniker and Lynda Katz. Oh, well, actually, Lynda Goeke Katz.
Yes.
And they are our guests today. If you have been around ATI, you would know these two ladies. They are the queens of Carmel. They do so much for our community. So I wanted to have them on because we're going to talk about some of the things they do for ATI. And we've talked a little bit about the launch of the Ovation Society, but I wanted to have the ladies on to share a little bit more on. But before I do that, I wanted to first off thank them both for everything they do with ATI. So first, thanks for being here.
Oh, you're welcome.
So first off, Jill, you got to know Jill because Jill has been with ATI, oh gosh, since you're almost a little girl. I mean, you know.
Right, 2010.
Yeah, 2010. And, you know, when I think about it, you've been on the board, you've been the past president, you've probably held just about every position on the board.
Everyone except treasurer.
Yes, I know. That's the one
Nobody
both
does that.
you and I don't want to do, right? And I really appreciate it. And you give so much to ATI. So you have been such a blessing to ATI.
Well, I'm excited. We're all kind of Broadway today, not just Sam. We're here to talk about ATI.
That's right.
And they are bringing Broadway to our backyard. So
Absolutely.
we're super excited about that.
So I really, really appreciate that. And another thing that you did, you were actually the person, the catalyst that brought Meg to the organization. And Meg is our director of communications, and she is our marketing director. So it was actually Jill that did that. You've actually helped a lot of people that have been
And I brought
involved.
Elaine.
Elaine,
She's great.
you brought so many people to our and then Lynda Goeke Katz, you have been instrumental in. Well, I mean, you're like the ATI mom that takes care of our actors. I mean, first off, I've interviewed so many of our actors, and they're home. It's like they're home at your home with you and Don.
Yes.
So you've been so special.
Well, you know, we started with ATI in the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I went and saw Sinatra and reached out to Cindy and Don and Judy and became friends with them and started doing some fundraising for them. And then when I started dating Don, Judy approached me and said, "Can you house some actors?" And we have a fairly nice house. So
Oh,
I
it's
said,
more than
okay.
fairly nice.
And
It's
I said,
beautiful
Don,
home.
thank you. I said, Don, how'd you like to have some house guests? So that's how it started, and we've been doing that probably 8 years now.
Right.
So it's been very special. We've made some lifelong friends from it, and we've really enjoyed watching the careers of these people and watch them take off and go, and it's really special. So
What's so special about that, every time I talk to the actors, what they love about it most is, for many of them, it's their first time in Carmel. And they get to be at home at your home. And you've also inspired other people that we've had, because it takes a village to make this happen.
Sure.
And, you know, because we're a non-for-profit, as I say every week, this is not something that happens in order for us to bring Broadway into your backyard. It takes a lot of people.
Sure.
So what you did inspired other people. So we've been able to get other people that have put up homes for the actors. Jill, you do it too.
I do. I love it. And I love to follow their career, and I love it when they come back.
That's right. In fact,
Abigail.
I was just about to say, when I had Abigail on, she was so happy. She stayed at your house in downtown Carmel. And, you know, the other question I always ask them is, where do they eat, and some of the places. And, you know, I always mention the Cake Bake Shop and all the different restaurants. So they love staying at your home. So it's iconic, and you both have beautiful homes to stay at. And that leads us into, you both also are great supporters. You come to the shows. Your husband, who is just the sweetest man.
he's adorable.
He's adorable.
Yes, he is.
He is.
He is. And he comes to the shows.
Mm-hmm.
He's a lot of fun. Everybody knows Don Katz.
Yes, absolutely.
And you know, if you haven't met him, he is this good-looking man who is so friendly, and he just is just genuine.
Doesn't know a stranger.
He doesn't know a stranger.
It's very jolly.
Very jolly,
dear.
and very, very encouraging. So
Yes.
it's also
the
nice.
Tom Cat Show.
I know. I wish he was here. We could tell him how much we
That's
love him.
right. And Jill, I know that for you, this is a give back because this is a give back for you because of your life involved with your kids and in honor of your husband and all that you did. You have really made this a passion.
Theater, I never was in theater, but I believe it's an important thing. And we started taking our kids to shows when they were very small. We get looks from everybody around us when we were at the Broadway series show because our kids were so little, but they were able to do it. And I recommend that everybody does that when your kids are young. But it's an escape from reality. And, you know, when you go to a show, you get to just immerse yourself in whatever and not worry about what's going on in your personal life or the world.
I agree. As I say, it's my 2-hour vacation. I can go in with a problem, come out with an answer, and I didn't even think about it because you're just there to enjoy these people and these actors. And that brings us to the Ovation Society. So I'd like you to share, ladies, a little bit about what this is and how it came about and what we're doing with that.
So, through a lot of conversations, we wanted to create another fundraising arm for ATI, but we also wanted to make people a part of ATI. And that's what makes the Ovation Society so special. There is a monetary cost to it, but you get invited to be a part of ATI a little bit more in depth. You're invited to the after parties. We're going to do some special parties just for the Ovation Society. And it's just a special way to say thank you for being a part of ATI. And maybe they'll become people who will house actors or be more of a part of ATI. So, you know, you start from a small little group like Jill and I who really love ATI and we're funders already, but we wanted to do it in a more personal, easier, more special way.
We wanted to create community.
Right.
For lovers of the arts. And, you know, you can get together with like-minded people. And our whole thing is, with all the cutbacks that are happening in the world to nonprofits and the arts in particular, we want to keep the Ovation Society going and have a reason to get together and give back.
So that's what's so beautiful about it. So when you created this, and I know you were working with Judy,
Correct.
who is our director. So Judy, one of our founding members, who originally started this with Don and Cindy, and when she came to you, and I know John Murphy, the president of our board, you kind of all collaborated, and I know with Meg, this is something that is taking a life of itself. And I know that you ladies have put together a program, and in fact, I'm wearing because I'm a member, my pin, my Ovation Society pin, and if you become a member, what's neat about it, and just the name in itself, Ovation, so like a standing ovation,
Right.
You're a supporter. And like I have said, typically in these podcasts, is that we're here to support. So ATI is a non-for-profit. And in order to give you the quality theater that we've been giving you, you just saw our last production, which was Titanic, and we did that at the Palladium. And in order to give you that quality, that level, it takes a village. And money is part of it. And we were able to put that on at a cost that if you compare the quality level, that Broadway in your backyard, to what it costs in New York, it is just so unbelievably different. But these ladies and the group that's putting this together we're doing this so that we can give you that quality, give you that level, but you can be a part of it. And like I say to you every week, there are no small parts in this. So there is a financial commitment, but that commitment is you being part of us. And ATI, Actors Theater of Indiana, it's tax deductible.
Correct.
So that's a very, very important thing. And I think you're going to find you're going to have a lot of fun.
Jill and I are very fun.
These ladies know how to party.
That's right.
And you can come to our house. We're not inviting you to spend the night, though.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to tell
Absolutely.
you, I've been to both these ladies' houses for parties. They know how fun.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to tell you, the events that they do are we had a kind of a little kind of get together party. It was pretty darn nice
Yeah.
for Titanic. And we had a cocktail party and food and just kind of a get together just to share. And the actors came, and that's really neat. And it was just like-minded people, and you're going to get a chance to meet other people. So it's just a fun event. But I think you had talked about as this expands, there'll be guests and things, and we'll see how this.
There'll be opportunities for entertainment that are only Ovation Society driven. So if you're a member, you get to be a part of that. If you're not a member, you don't get to be a part of it. And it's just, as Jill said, with funding decreasing and, people's wallets are getting a little tighter, this is just another way for us to create a community within ATI. And I think people have to realize that ATI is the only equity house in Hamilton County.
I'm glad you said it. I say it every week.
And that is super important. These are paid actors who are skilled and trained, and they have to be paid because this is their living. And it's like any other theater, so we are getting the cream of the crop. These people are from Chicago, New York, all
LA.
over the country, LA. So they're coming in and they're giving you their talent. And all that costs. Your ticket price does not cover that.
Absolutely.
By any means.
Absolutely. If you were in New York and you wanted to see a show,
$500.
500.
Yep.
I mean, and yet the quality that we're giving Broadway in Your Backyard for the cost of the shows. And I'm going to talk about our upcoming season, but our last season, we gave you some of the best theater that you could see. And there's some great, wonderful shows. And I encourage you to go out and see Civic, Gregory Hancock, Dance Kaleidoscope. But we're Broadway in Your Backyard. And as Lynda said, Equity Theater is a professional. We are a professional theater company. And that means when you're Equity, our actors, this is what they do for a living. So
we're super excited to be part of the Allied Solutions Center for the Performing Arts, and we're in the studio theater. So there's not a bad seat in the house.
Nope.
And
Nope.
you feel like you're up close and personal. And if you're an Ovation Society member, you're going to know the actors.
Which
You're
is
gonna get to
really
meet them.
special and really lucky because then you can follow their career, and see where they're going. I follow a bunch of people's careers and know what they're doing all the time, and they're working all over the country, so it's really special.
they become like family to
They
you.
do.
I know
Absolutely.
Abigail right now, she was at Wagon Wheel for the summer.
She still is, and she's doing Grease right now.
Right now,
through
yeah.
August 9th. So
She
when
had
it comes to
an
you.
amazing summer and lots of fun. It's so wonderful to see the level of actors that we have that have come in. And I think with the Ovation Society, and the investment is, again, this is really entry level
Yeah.
to come in. The way they have structured this, it's an entry level to come in and really be supportive, because all of us are at a really high level. Jill and I have been doing this a long time. We've been on the board. And so to be part of this, for a single person to be involved, there's a couple level. What is the investment?
500.
No, it's $750 for a single,
For a single.
and then it's $1,000 a
per
couple.
couple.
per
Now
couple.
a couple, to just define couple, it could be your neighbor,
Anyone.
friend, your spouse, your significant
So if you're joining
other.
together,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you can bring a different person every time.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Whoever your couple is.
Yeah.
And that gets you into the Ovation Society. And again, one of the great things is we have higher levels that will allow you to be part of it. If you decide, we have people that may not decide that they want to be part of this, but if you want to, we want people that want to be part of this society, because there's going to be fun things. But if you do, it's going to give you an opportunity to be part of this organization, and that's what we want. It takes a village to make this work.
Well, and I promise, if you go see a show, you're
You'll
gonna
be
love it,
hooked.
and
You'll
you're
be
gonna
hooked.
want to come back. So
That's right.
we want to get you involved.
Yeah.
In any way.
And let's
that we
talk
can.
about that. So you know, our season just wrapped up, and we're about to go to next season. I know you ladies are season ticket holders,
Absolutely.
and you come. I have my season tickets. So our 2025-26 season is starting, in fact, September 5th through the 21st. Our first show is going to be Beehive, and you're going to absolutely love it. It's a 60s musical, and the great thing about this is it's a female-driven musical, okay?
All those girl groups.
I hear a phone ringing because I think they're calling one of the
Call it
ladies to
because
say
they want to get in the
they
Ovation
want
Society.
to get in
We'll
the
get you
Ovation
real
Society.
soon.
We'll get you in.
Yeah.
So this is a 60s musical. All the cast is incredible. It's going to be at the Studio Theater. Our next show after that is going to be October 24th through November 9th. It's going to be Young Frankenstein. Mel Brooks. If you've seen the movie, it was on Broadway and on the West End. We are doing that. We are bringing it here. Broadway in your backyard. We're doing it during what?
Halloween.
And we're going to have some great events. Ovation Society is going to have some great events. You are going to see an incredible show. And then, after the first of the year, starting January 30th through February 15th, we're doing a fun rock musical called Lucky Stiff. If you saw the movie Weekend at Bernie's, you remember there was that craziness with the dead body that got moved around and everybody didn't know they were dead. Well, this was a musical that was on Broadway in the West End, and it was a movie. In fact, Jason Richards, who was in Seinfeld, he was in the movie. But Lucky Stiff, we're bringing back, who was in Titanic, that heartthrob guy that everybody loves. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I do.
Jacob. What's his name?
Jacob.
Yeah.
All right. Jacob Butler's coming back. He's playing the nephew, and the stiff is actually me. And
Oh,
that's right.
well, that'll be something.
That's right.
Phone's ringing now.
So, right, the phones are ringing off the hook for that. And that's going to be a fun musical. And we're going to end it with the show that Glenn Close was in on Broadway, and it just won the Tony this year on Broadway, Sunset Boulevard. That's our season. I mean, could we not give you a great season? And how do you get tickets for that? ATIstage.org, or you just call 317-843-3800.
And Sam, I
easy.
want to say that
Yes.
there's information on the Ovation Society on the website
That's
as
right.
well.
So when you go to ATIstage.org, there is a special link for the Ovation Society, so you can join, or you can get in touch with Jill or Linda.
We're very shy. We don't like to talk about
That's
it,
right.
so
They
we
don't
won't
like to
tell you
talk to-
anything about it.
And you can
Reach
find
out and come party with
Yeah.
us.
That's right.
It'll be a blast.
And you can join the organization. Season tickets are available. It's a wonderful thing. You're going to have so much fun. And like the lady said, once you come see one show, if you didn't buy a season ticket, you're going to want to kind of up your game and do it. You're going
This
to
season is so fun. It just, when you look at
Great.
it, you say fun.
fun. I am on the artistic committee that when we pick the shows, and we just, last year was incredible. We just upped it this year.
Yes.
And I'm going to let you in on a minor, just a little secret. We are putting together the following season. And if you think this season is incredible, I can't even begin to tell you what we're working on. Because at Actors Theater of Indiana, we are Broadway in your backyard, and we're giving you the best of the best. But we do need your support. So that's why we're here.
So get on your feet and join the Ovation Society.
Stand up. and
That's
clap.
right. And that's right. And we'll give you a standing ovation. So with that, I want to thank you, ladies. Do you have anything else to add? Anything else to...
I think we have covered the ground.
We've covered the ground. So
Yes.
thank you, ladies, for being part of it. And thanks for everything you do. Because, Linda, I know you give so much back to the community, and so do you, Jill. You know, you're part of Discovering Broadway, another arm, a great arm here that we're doing. If you're not paying your corporate rent, how you do that is give back to your community. We live in such a beautiful city.
And the arts are so important
Absolutely.
to any vibrant city. And I believe that. I was a theater major in college. I've done community theater. I've done a lot of work. And it is such an important part of the community. So support us at ATI. We'd appreciate it.
We do.
Absolutely.
So
Thank you.
So
Have a good one.
So thank you. I'll see you next week. For all of you, have a wonderful weekend, and God bless you all. Again, Sam Arce, Broadway Sam, and we'll see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye.
Bye.